I'm going to address the issue, can an original creditor still call, send me demand letters, send me bills, if I send them a cease and desist letter and ask them to stop? Can they still do it? The short answer is yes, they can, okay, with a very few exceptions. So there's a federal law called the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act that provides when you send what's called a cease and desist letter to a debt collector, then that debt collector has to stop communicating with you by phone or mail. They could still sue you, but they can't contact you. And there's a lot of other rules that govern that the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act applies to debt collectors. But it applies to debt collectors, not original creditors, okay? So my name is Eric Olson. I'm the director of HELPS. We're a national law firm that helps seniors and disabled persons who have debt they can't afford to pay. People find us and come to us, and many of them, they have debt they can't afford. Creditors are calling them on the phone, making their life miserable. And under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, when you're represented by an attorney, debt collectors have to communicate with the attorney, not you anymore. And so we send what's called a cease and desist letter out to the collectors or creditors that our clients give us, telling them that our client's income is protected, it's on Social Security, whatever, and not to bother them anymore. And if they have any questions, they can communicate with us. We don't do debt settlement or anything like that. We just represent people so they don't have to deal with collectors harassing them anymore. And we'll send those letters out to original creditors. And by and large, original creditors, when they get a letter from us, will stop bothering the client. They won't call them on the phone. A lot of them will still send a bill, which they legally can do. We tell our client, if you don't want to get the bill, do a change of address, have the go to your name, care of helps with our address, or have it go to our email address, so if you don't want to even see the bill, or you can throw it in the garbage. But they generally will not call. But I just got an email from someone who said that Dish was calling them, even though we had sent out a cease and desist letter to Dish. Well, Dish satellite service for their TV, that's an original creditor, okay? They have millions of clients probably, and a lot of them are in default, and they're not very big bills. And so, yeah, legally they could still send the bill to someone, even though we sent them a letter, or they could still call them. In that event, I tell the person, just tell them they're not going to pay it, hang up, just hang up on them. Eventually they'll stop bothering you. It doesn't happen very often that this is a problem. A lot of clients have caller ID, and I tell them just ignore it. Now, once the debt is turned over to a debt collector, then get us that information and we'll send a cease and desist letter, and the debt collector knows then that they have to stop communication. But an original creditor can legally still contact you. But as a practice, at least I know when we send what's called a cease and desist letter, they'll stop. Now, is there an exception? There are certain exceptions under specific state laws, okay, where a person could notify an original creditor, and that creditor might be at risk if they continue to contact the person. But it depends on the state, and that's a tough one. The bottom line is, you don't need to talk to the original creditor if you don't want to. And always remember that your Social Security is protected by federal law. It can't be taken from you. Virtually all pensions are protected. Disability, VA benefits are protected. So they can't do anything to you. And so hopefully this clears up the question, can an original creditor still call me even if I send them a cease and desist letter? Yes, but it doesn't happen that often, and you don't have to talk to them. Okay, if you have any questions about HELPS and what we do, visit our website, www.helpsishere.org, or call us toll-free at 855-HELPS-US. We represent seniors, and disabled persons who owe debt they can't afford to pay, so collectors have to leave them alone. And we represent them ongoing. We don't, all 50 states, we don't turn anyone away that needs our help. And you have a great day. Oh, subscribe. Thank you.